How do you make a woman start feeling real desire for you, even in those moments when she doesn't seem interested at all? Hi, I'm Lauren, and today we're diving into something most men never fully understand. You know that situation when you meet a woman who seems incredible, yet her interest just isn't showing up. You try being kind, you give attention. Still, the more effort you show, the more distance appears between you both. What many men fail to see is something simple but powerful. You're likely not doing the wrong things at all. Instead, you are doing the right actions, just in the wrong order. Attraction doesn't grow like logic or reason. It follows emotion. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 psychological triggers that actually build desire. And trust me, the final one is extremely powerful and can shift everything very quickly. Before moving forward, you need to hear this clearly and understand it fully. This was never your fault. No one ever really taught you this while growing up. School didn't explain it. Society didn't explain it either. Female attraction is not logical. It is emotional at its core. While you were trying to prove your value through words, her mind was quietly looking for very different signals without you even noticing. Research in evolutionary psychology shows that attraction often works through mental shortcuts. These are deep patterns the brain responds to automatically without conscious thought. Once you understand these patterns, everything begins to change. You stop chasing. You stop forcing outcomes. Instead, you naturally become the kind of man women feel drawn toward and want to win over without pressure or effort. Let's begin with the first trigger, which is masculine presence. This is not about muscles or physical looks at all. It is about energy and how you carry yourself. When you walk into a room, do you take up space, or do you shrink quietly? Women notice this instantly. A man who moves calmly without rushing or seeking approval communicates confidence without even saying a word. Picture yourself at a social event or maybe a busy place like a cafe. Instead of nervously scanning the room, you stay relaxed. Your shoulders are steady. Your breathing is slow. You observe things without anxiety. That small shift changes everything. Her subconscious mind picks up on it. She feels something different. Not because you tried harder, but because you became more centered within yourself. The second trigger is emotional challenge. Most men agree with everything a woman says because they fear tension. But tension is not conflict. It actually fuels attraction. When you lightly disagree or tease in a playful way, you create polarity. And polarity builds magnetism. For example, if she says she loves waking up early, you can smile and tease her gently instead of agreeing instantly. That playful disagreement shows confidence. It shows that you are not afraid to express your own thoughts. You are not trying to impress her constantly. You are engaging with her. This creates a spark. Attraction needs contrast. It does not grow from constant agreement or approval. A little challenge, when done right, makes interactions feel alive and exciting instead of predictable. The third trigger is selective attention. This is where many men lose control without realizing it. They give too much attention too quickly. They reply instantly. They cancel plans. They stay constantly available. The female mind often reads this as low value. A man who has options is not always available. He has a life. He has direction that naturally makes him more attractive. When you have goals, hobbies, and strong friendships, your time becomes valuable. You stop revolving around her completely. Instead, you live your own life fully. This creates curiosity. She starts feeling drawn toward you because you are not chasing her attention. Scarcity builds interest. It is not about playing games. It is about balance and having your own meaningful world. The fourth trigger is intentional listening. This means more than just hearing her words. It means remembering what she says and understanding its meaning. When you recall small details she mentioned before and bring them up later, it makes a strong impression. She feels seen. For example, if she once mentioned liking orchids and later you mention them again, it feels special. The fifth trigger is calibrated vulnerability, and it is often misunderstood. Many men believe they must appear perfect and unbreakable all the time. But women do not connect with perfection. They connect with honesty. When you share something real from your life, like a past challenge without sounding like a victim, you become more human, more grounded, and easier to relate to. The sixth trigger is gradual physical touch. Science shows that light and respectful touch can release oxytocin, which is known as the bonding hormone. A small touch on the arm during laughter, or a gentle brush on the shoulder while walking can create warmth. Nothing forced, nothing rushed. These moments build comfort and connection naturally, making your presence feel safe and enjoyable. And now we come to the final trigger, the most powerful one of all, controlled unpredictability. The brain loves dopamine, and dopamine is released through rewarding uncertainty. When you are slightly unpredictable, you become more interesting. This does not mean being unstable. It means balance. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you step back. You keep a sense of mystery alive. Now you have real tools to